Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Chorus. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $5 a month. I was grandfathered in, I guess, for Lively Lion. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we started Devon's route because we finished Toruf's route, and we went out for some, what is it called? It's basically ramen, but simplified. We went to a Japanese place, and then now we left it. So, and sorry for me not being able to read last time. Sometimes I'm really good, sometimes I just want to play, but I can read like a 4th grader. It do be like that sometimes, I guess. Which is weird because I read a lot. At least visual novels. I've been reading a bunch at work sometimes. Like Dune. And let's chat my face again. Oop. That disappeared. Because I clicked on the wrong thing. I run after Devon, catching up with him at the door. Okay, let's go. It's getting dim. It's likely sunset already. The most stunning part of the sunset appears when the sun is already beyond the horizon, though we missed the golden hour. Well, I can try getting there earlier tomorrow. It's an interesting thing, being around that upper region. I visited my grandmother's place because she lives in England. It's weird, during the summertime you're up there and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's as bright as this. Or even earlier than 4 o'clock. It's like, son? You're not supposed to be here. It's nighttime. We get to the coast quickly, hurrying as we get as much as the sunset as possible. Devon looks very pleased. The outline of the boxy shape of the record label in the material of his backpack. Huh, not too shabby. I expected something less modern. Oh yeah, I forgot we did go to a CD place, or not CD, record place. Indeed, the whole area is paved with stone slabs, lined with trees, and closed for cars. People stroll along the coast leisurely in both ways, pairs holding paws, concealed in mittened gloves, groups of students, lone walkers, senior citizens. It looks like a third of the town could be here right now. I take out the camera and snap a few pictures from where I'm standing, just to capture the feel of the place. I take a closer look at them once I'm back. No, For now, I just want to immerse myself in the moment. Sights and scents, lights and sounds. I try to channel it all into the photos, following Devon. Do you have a website or something I could see your photos? Oh, I have an account on Glimmer. What would that be? Not Snapchat. Anyways, but I don't have much there. I don't really upload my stuff anywhere. Well, I'd be happy to see some of your work if you'd like to share it with me later, but no pressure, as long as you're not taking creepy pictures of my butt. I nod, not really knowing how I feel about it. I don't like sharing my work yet. I don't feel comfortable enough with them. But then, how else am I going to grow if I keep everything to myself? I'm afraid this is as much sunset as you're going to get today. There aren't many clouds. Besides, the coast opens to the south here. We'd have to walk to the west of the island to get a better view. Maybe tomorrow. I like it here anyway. It's nice here, yeah. I've always loved the coast. It's my dream to live nearby one. That's hard with the current prices. Yeah, maybe someday. Likely not in Onslow, with the prices there. Oh, yeah, I'd have to move somewhere else. But all in all, I don't really know my future, how my future will go, and where it'll end up. Oh, I thought you liked it here. I assumed you'd want to settle down in Onslow. Yeah, I don't know, but it's a complicated issue. Nothing I'd want to trouble you with. I know better than to pry this time, but I'm curious anyway. Is there something wrong with the city? Besides, I feel like nothing could bother me now. What a great day. From the lectures to the noodle shop, and our walk now. Feeling the gentle breeze on my snout, I sigh, my heart full and swimming in a warm glow. Sunset or not, it's so beautiful here. I can melt with the sky now. It's deep. Cerulean, like a call? I don't know. But walking next to me, Devon is keeping me firmly grounded here. Happy to just be here with him, I put my camera back in my pocket and smile. 29 years. 29 years of wondering what's wrong with the world around me. 29 years of believing moving out can change everything. And here I am, in a new place. What really has changed? What was it I was running from? Walking through the streets of cobblestone brick, the sky above seems different, alien. Looking at the bare trees and the mountains, I find myself thinking of fields of gold and endless roads, so very familiar, like the neuron pathways formed by habits. I hate being there. Yet, now I'm coming back to all these spaces more and more often. Tightrope dancing. A constant fight to remain in balance. What was it that was pulling me down? Bear. Back at the guest house, I think I need a bit of familiarity. The smell of wood, the mountain air, and now that almost everyone left the rooms, quietness. I really like this place. Let me check my face again. We have a few hours of free time now. Maybe I can take a look at the photos I made. Better to start working on them earlier, or else I'll have hundreds by the time I come back. As I turn towards the corridor, I meet with Miko, carrying a few records under his arm. He must have stayed behind in the lobby. Hey, that's a lot of records. Oh hey, I didn't see you there. There was a super nice music store in town. I couldn't help but get something for myself. Music store. How many music stores could there be in one small town? I bet it was the same I visited. Oh, I think I was there as well. Coach Devon wanted to visit, and I went with him. Coach Devon? Right. I don't think anyone besides Bjorn saw us together. Long story, what'd you get? How about we go to the common room and I'll show you. It's more comfortable in there. At least there's a table. I nod and follow the wolf. The photos can wait a bit longer. There's no one else inside where we enter. All students likely resting after the trip, chatting in the rooms. Not too surprising. I could use some rest, or even a nap after the early wake-up today myself. So, you're at the store too? How'd you like it? Yeah, if we're thinking of the same one. Orius? The one south of the main square, near the coast? Yeah, that's it. I didn't browse music. I don't have a record or a CD player, but the atmosphere there was nice. Why? I work in one. I'm trying to come up with ways to make it nicer. You do? That's nice. Which one? I have to visit you at work sometime. Kelter? It's a bit outside of the center, to the east. We specialize in Icelandic music. Miko working at a music store. That's nice for him. I can totally imagine him as a music seller in a small, nice shop with a good selection. Less so in some corporate chain store, But if he has some inputs there then, it doesn't seem like that'd be the case, luckily. So, what'd you think about the store? I thought it was fantastic, but I'm curious, what others did too? Oh, dim lights and basement feel isn't what everybody likes. I really liked the atmosphere. The music was nice and not too loud. Everything seems thought out and fitting into a bigger whole. And the clothing section was nice, even if a bit too pricey for me. Yeah, they nailed it with the decor. They have it easy because of the space itself. We had too many windows and not enough bare brick walls. Maybe if we glued the windows with posters from the inside? I'll have to think about it. Sounds good. If you're not allowed to do that, I imagine this and some warm lighting would add a nice ambiance. That's the idea. What about the albums you got? Anything I might know? Oh yeah, one of them I know from you. Miko puts one of the records on the table, and a drawn pair of paws raised on the cover. Lift Your Skinny Paws. Incredible. I haven't listened to it in so long. I didn't know you liked them. I thought you were always about electric music mostly. I have a soft spot for this one, and vinyl seems like the perfect format for it. Yeah, I bet. Maybe I'll get myself a record player someday too. Or maybe not. It seems like a lot of hassle for just plain music. I'm not sure if I'm enough into collecting stuff to get into it. And I got 2 more albums by Mandrake Fantasy, one studio and one live. I was torn between them, but both were used and quite cheap, so I just got them both. Are they in any good condition? The label said very good, so they should be fine. I hope they didn't scam me. I checked them in the store and they looked fine, but I'll see when I get back with them. Don't you want to check them here? There's a record player here on the table. I don't know if it's set up properly. I'd rather wait until I'm home. By the way, do you have any plans for tomorrow yet? I'd like to return to the store. Maybe I'll get some more ideas there. I could go with you, but I'm trying to seduce the coach. I don't have any plans otherwise. Today, I just wanted to walk around a bit. Alright, what was that about the coach? Oh, I talked with him a bit on the first day after I lost the key, and he turned out to be quite a nice person. I joined him after lectures today. We've been in the music store too. Really? He seems very unapproachable. I was surprised too, but he's a sweetheart, honestly. I can see in Miko's eyes that there are more questions than he'd like to voice, but he stops short of asking them, and frankly, I'm thankful for that. So, about tomorrow, I looked around town, and they have a Philharmonic here. I'm not sure if it's something you'd like, but it'd be nice to go. Philharmonic. Haven't been to one, other than during some school trips. Do we encounter the Philharmonic through every route? It seems like something that we're definitely going to go to at some point. It could have been nice, but I don't know. I don't think I'm in the mood for classical music. And it would be nice to catch up with Devon tomorrow at the town too, if circumstances allow. Fair. I thought about asking a few more people. Maybe they'd want to go. Who? Bjorn mostly. I want to ask Travis too, but I doubt he'll want to go. And Jorgen maybe? I can see Jorgen want to go. Yeah. Bjorn? Maybe? I think I'll ask now, before they have any other plans. Sure, so see you later? Sure. Is Yarrington? Okay. Miko grabs the record from the table, handling them delicately, care and tenderness in his eyes, and he leaves. Alone again. I sigh and deflate. My eyes looking up at the ceiling. There's a sea of warmth inside me, something akin to a glow, and my thoughts go back to the udon I had with Devon just an hour ago. I have a crush on him. I mean, we both were blushing at that moment, and I think I'll become a fan of udon from now on. But I can't stand in one place anymore. I have to do something about this energy inside me. Go seduce the teacher. It's freezing outside, but I don't mind. The wind on my face is like a splash of water, bringing me back to reality. I feel a bit like going outside. I feel a bit like by going outside, I'm running away from myself, trying to detach myself from my feelings, overwhelmed and new, but also hiding away from others. Here, alone, I can observe from a distance, pick apart, and examine what I'm feeling. I need to listen to some music. I take out my phone and scroll down my library, looking for something fitting, but nothing catches my attention. I need something new. My thoughts go back to the nights I slept with Devon. Slept in his room. Those are intentional jokes. American powwow. I find them quickly and play the suggested album from the first song. A memory of not so distant times when I used to consume whole discographies, going from first album to the most current one, taking in one in time, chewing on them until I knew every note before moving on to the next, flashes through my mind. A yearning rises in me, a yearning, to let go and immerse myself in its warm glow, the bittersweet heartache, like sucking on salmaki. Okay, sorry. Let me go check what it is. Also, I gotta sneeze. I'm gonna have to reset my face after that. Oh, that liquor stuff, I hate that. Like, I had a chocolate bar that had some of that stuff in, from Iceland actually, and it tasted terrible. I don't think I've had licorice before. It tastes like chewing on tar. I mean, if you like it yourself, cool, but I don't. But this same feeling is filling me with anxiety too. Is it safe to indulge in it at all? I have such a crush on Devon. It sounds ridiculous in a way, but I'm sure of it. It's a much different feeling than what I once have feelings than what I once had. I think it's had. It's not the desire to be with him, to care and protect. I want to be held and appreciated. It do be like that sometimes. Still, the intensity of the feeling burning inside me is no less. But what do I do with it? Seduce the teacher. Only thing I can think of is staying close to Devon, cherishing this feeling for as long as I can. So we can have until the end of camp, hopefully. So we have the until camp, yeah. But it's a bittersweet thought. I shut it down and focus on the music instead, listening to the guitar lines and drumming, absorbed in the mood, more fitting to autumn than the weather outside. But that's all the better. Bright notes warm me with visions of red and golden leaves. I imagine it sounds like a place Devon is from. He's my only association with this music. It'd be nice to listen to it with him again. Circling the guest house, I reach the terrace, and there, leaning against the wall and looking at the sky, is a familiar figure. Devon. My heart jumps in my chest, like an excited dove in a cage. Just good to have those moments where you're like, it's this person! He noticed me, waving me to me and smiling warmly, a smile that makes me melt. I think he said something to me, but I still have my earphones in. I take them out and put them back in my pocket before I walk up to the panther, across the thin cover of fresh snow. Hello, I didn't hear you. I was just saying hello. What were you listening to? Uh, American Paw Ball. That's what they're called, I think. Oh, you like them? That's nice. Still getting into them, but I like the songs I heard. They sound quite different from what I usually listen to. Full of, like, angular guitar work and jazzy drumming. What's angular guitar work? They remind me a bit of Nimble Foxes, but only a bit. Like, instead of fancy inspirations, there is autumn in the suburbs feeling. You guys have very descriptive things for music. It's much easier to like music if you approach it on its terms. It's easy to hear something you don't expect to hear and dismiss it, but if you allow the music to speak, it can be very rewarding. Autumn in suburbs sounds fitting. They're from the Midwest too. Listening to them is a bit nostalgic for me. I've even heard them live once, during the reunion. Fantastic concert. I'd say they're better live than on the album, and that's rare. Lucky. I haven't been to many concerts yet. Not that many were happening around me. Onzo is much better than that in that regards, I imagine. I've been to only one concert there so far, but I'm still just getting to know the city. What was the concert? Rune took me with him to see Tim Heckler. I wonder who that would be, because they changed things around. I didn't know them before, and it's not really my kind of music, but it was nice to go regardless. Concerts. Maybe you'd like to go to the Philharmonic here? I'm not that much of a fan of classical music, but it would be nice to spend time together. Nice way to spend time together. But should I ask? Were you going to concerts back in the US much? I was pretty avid concert goer. Yeah, there's something in the live sound energy of a performance that I like. And there are many garage bands where I lived. Come on, Dark, you can do it. Ask him to go. Ask him to be your date. But as I look at his face, smiling at me so gently, anxiety consumes me. I don't find the courage. Nice. What are you doing outside, by the way? Just thinking. His golden eyes turn a shade sterner, as if he's putting his guard up. The sudden change throws me off, and I take it as a cue for leaving. I'll get going then. Have a good time. And I walk up to the door, leaving the panther alone outside. Oh, this is rough. My poor heart. I glance around again. The panther's wide frame, a dark spot against the snowy mountains and trees. Who knows where he's looking, or what's on his mind? Did I go too far somehow, and made him uncomfortable? No. Somehow, I know that's not the case. He acted as if he had something going on in his mind. A sigh fleeing me. Oh, sigh fleeing me. I turn away and walk in the direction of my room. My poor heart, though. I feel so skittery. I feel like I need to talk with somebody, or allow explode. And not in the good way, woo-woo. Really, what do I do now? This is a realm completely unknown to me. How do I deal with the crush on my teacher, if it's getting this serious? Maybe I should really ask someone? I already hinted at something to Lake. Maybe he could think of something I haven't. I don't have any better ideas. Besides, I don't want to turn away from this yet. I'm kind of wondering how to do this, because it's like, okay, I feel like we're going to have to talk with, like, again, about him being non-binary and stuff. And that plus maybe something else is probably going to increase it a bit. Oh well, let's just see who's at the door. Pods knock on the door, but at the very same time, it opens, nearly knocking me over. Asshole. Dark? Toruf? Indeed. Hello there. Is Lake inside? Yeah, just knock before you enter. I nod, stepping aside to let the tiger through, and tap on the door lightly. Come in. Lake's muffled voice resounds from behind the door, sounding somewhat surprised. Dark. Well, yeah, I think that's a good time to call it, because, again, I don't think we will have 5 minutes to go through Lake's thing. Because it do be like that. Sometimes. Also, I need to ask, like, what's this snouts thing? You know? Because if it could be something else. Yeah, end of this Let's Play. So comment, because I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, exercise, if you like my YouTube and like see it grow. Then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to grow. Please remember to spay near your animals to help control the pit population. And if you want to play this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version, you can go through Patreon, where it's $5 a month, I believe. And that's everything. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Dunk Course. So thanks and see ya.